on this situation. Okay. All right. I think everything's working and functional. I hope. All right. Let's see. What are you doing over here? I don't know. Go over there. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Right. I'll explain all that in a second. Alrighty. Hi, Harry. Right on time. Yes, you're right on time. No, that's my sandwich, and you can't have it. One of these days, you're going to jump up here. You're going to get your tail in the candle. Your butt is going to light on fire, and you're going to take off like a torch. Huh. Hello, Miss Candy. Feeling any better today, honey? Carla! Hello. Hello. All right, you got to get down. You've already had treats twice today. And mommy's only been out of bed for an hour. Good afternoon, Miss Francis. Okay. Working on print stuff. We'll get to that. Got another $5 credit from Timo. Oh my God. So yesterday, the Amy said that she needed out. So I took her out. We went up to Red Rock, and then went out by the campsites and everything. And then we stopped at Daiso on the way back in, because it's like right there. One of them is anyway. And I grabbed these. And I thought, these would be great to replace that mess of a basket I got over there with all those washi tapes thrown in it. Because I'm out of room in my washi tape bins. We got a $3.14 credit. I don't know how they're making money. I don't get it at all. So these are little 5-compartment trays. I'm just taking the stickers off because they're driving me crazy. And they're from Daiso, so they're $1.75. And they stack. I got Amy a shower caddy. Well, her bathroom is she shares it with Sandy to begin with. But it's the guest bath, you know? And so it's the one that all the kids use when they come over. I love these. They stack. Look at that. Right? And then, you know, the grandkids use it when they come over. Oh, Amy's hair scrunchie. I'll have to get that to her in a minute when she gets up. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay. So it's not fair for her to have her stuff in there and have it be used all the time by other people because they don't realize that, you know, it's hers, or they just don't give crap or whatever. So, so I got her a shower caddy so she can just, you know, take her stuff into the bathroom when she goes. Not to mention, it's really gross to have somebody else use like your exfoliating stuff, you know? That's my skin. Hi, Christine. So, yeah, so I got these and I thought they were kind of cool. And, you know, you can put rolls of washi in there and stack them up because there's plenty of room. So, and then of course I got new washi because, you know, I can't go to Daiso and not buy washi. Can't. So I'll change all that out later. So I got this one. And I've got to tell you, Amy is an enabler because we're standing there and she's like, oh, that one's nice. That one's nice. Next thing you know, there's 6 rolls of washi tape in my bag. Yeah, but I got this one, which is kind of light yellow color. It says Bloom on it, but it's a nice width. This one is like 7/8 of an inch. Nice width. And then I got this one. And this one is 1 1/8 inch. It's slightly over an inch wide. I like it. We're going to open it. If I can figure out how. Here we go. I have to tell you, washi tape does not stick, but the labeling they put on it, good God, that stuff is strong. So yeah, so Amy just needed to get out. So we took some stuff to the post office and then played hooky. Well, she likes to play hooky. So then there's this one. I like this one. Kind of nice. Like wildflowers. And then this one. Here's the thing. Every time you go to Daiso, they have different stuff. Like, I might go in there and like there's some stuff that they have all the time that's pretty standard type stuff. But then there's other stuff that kind of rotates, if that makes sense. And it's not seasonal. It's like whatever they can get in, you know? And I have 2 Daisos. They are about 2 miles apart. I'll be honest. What they have in the store can vary so dramatically. All right, so this one's called Dried Flower Series. Flower Swag. So this one's like little bouquets of flowers. Come on. Focus. Anyway, can't see that one. It's too small. Yeah. So took her to one of my favorite places. So a couple of my favorite places, Daiso. So yeah, so we went into the Daiso, and like this, the one that's like right down the street here, it will have like all of this kind of stuff, you know, and then the one across town won't have any of this. Made in Japan, it says. Anyway, so I got 4 new washi tapes yesterday, and I got these, and they had all different colors, but this one was the only one that had like multicolors, and I thought that would be cool because we could use these in the fairy journal. So I grabbed those. I'm gonna put them up there. Okay. So, okay. What else have we got going on around here? There's been some things, you know. Let's see. I'm editing a video right now. I'm doing a project using one of these. The sucker's huge, by the way. This one's wood. And it is, let's see, overall 6 3/4 inches by about 6 3/4 inches. So I'm doing a project with these, and I'm editing it right now. I'm going to try and get it posted for next week. I had to take Buggy to get pants when he was here over the weekend. And so I was walking down the aisle looking at stuff, and I found these. And so I opened it up and I counted them, and they were all there. And I was like, cool, because these are expensive. And as I was walking away, I looked over on at the other end of the aisle on the other side, and I saw these. All I saw was this part like this. And I was like, and it was open. And I was like, oh no. So I picked it up and they're all there. So I got that one too. So I got both sets of bicycle zombie cards. Because I'm a child, let's be honest, okay? Hello, Michelle. So I immediately brought them home and went, look at I found Amy. And she went, ooh. Okay, so yesterday I went and did all of that stuff. And then when I got home, I did prints. You'll all be glad to know that I fussy cut these off camera. So that, you know, nobody has to die in the making of this journal. I did some, I rough cut out the stuff, you know, just kind of roughed it all out into big chunks. And then I glued some of the pieces down. We're going to get these trimmed out today. Figure out what we're doing with the rest of this stuff. You know, because some of this we're definitely going to use and some of it we're not. So we'll have to see. Make some journaling cards. So we got a little bit of work for us today. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to put those in the bin. And we're going to get these trimmed out, and then we'll work on these. So these are the big cousin to Icky Sticky. My big Icky Stickies. which is to say I don't care if I get goo on them. All right, here's one. Yeah, you just can't help yourself. You get an old book and you just start tearing it apart. Although I have to say, there are some books that I feel guilty if I even think about tearing them up. But then a book comes into my life and I go, you need to get destroyed. My daughter, who's a total bibliophile, she's just like, I can't believe you're killing books. Yes, I am. Go away. Go away, little girl. I don't know. She can tell the book fairies on me or something. I don't know. The book police. My mom kills books. Which would be a crime if it weren't for the fact that, I immediately put them back together. We're going to have to cut this one on the cutter because it's a little crooked right there. So let me get this side trimmed up and then we'll put this on the trimmer. See if we can get that edge evened out. And that's what we call wonky. Oh my God. So yesterday we were at Red Rock and I said to Amy, do you want to go in the visitor center? She goes, no, we can do it when we come next time. We are going to come again, right? And I was like, yeah. I said, but it's going to close in like half an hour. And so there's probably not a lot of people up there right now because they're getting it closed down. I said, if you want, we can go up there. Oh, well, if there's a lot of people there, we're pulling in. So I pulled into the visitor center. We went inside so she could get a map of all the trails and stuff. And then she got a Junior Ranger coloring book or whatever it was. It's like an information book for kids. Tells you all about it. So she got that, which was really cool, actually. And they have a giant tortoise up there, a desert tortoise. And I said, do you want to go see the tortoise? And she said, no. There were a lot of people out there, to be honest. And she didn't really want to people. I said, okay. And I said, all right, well, let's look at the gift shop real quick. So we walked into the gift shop, and the very first thing we see, the wonky donkey. She laughed her butt off. Apparently, that's a book they sell in the gift shop at Red Rock. Now, personally, I think this is adorable, but most people when they go on trips, they collect spoons, thimbles, patches, magnets, the little collectible things that are like inexpensive. Not Amy. Nope. Amy collects rocks. And then now we've got a new collection going. Every place we go now, we find one of those old bottle caps. So she collects a bottle cap, like the old metal beer bottle type bottle caps. So now she's collecting bottle caps, like actual bottle caps. All right, so we got these. I've already backed them. These were already backed. So these are ready to go. So I'm going to put them in the bin over here. There were some pockets that came on this. So I have those two. This one I had to reduce because the original size. Hi, Mari. This is the original size. And from here to here, it was like 6 inches, which is not tall enough to go this way on her page, but it's too wide to go this way. So I reduced it down to about half its size, so that I could get it down to, page size. This is also backed. And then these were okay, the size that they were, because this is the size they started. And this was an okay size. So, but this had this like weird cutout kind of thing. So I followed it as best I could and said, while I'm killing myself here, I'll do these houses. So I cut out the houses too. Because, if you're going to torture yourself, do it well. All right. So get that put up for now. Okay. So we have this and this, and I'm not going to back all this stuff until we decide, that we're going to use it. I don't think we're going to use this. It says the end. So I'm going to get rid of it. I mean, we could put it at the end of the book, but then we have 2 books in the set. So which one do we put it at the end of? I don't know. This we'll use though. That'll be cute. And we may use these. So I'm going to cut these off of here. And then we saw a chipmunk yesterday. Cute little guy. Now these, if I'm going to use them, I have to cut them by hand. Magical Stories, Beautiful Fairies, because they're, you guys know. Because people think that the rest of us want to cut this crap, that we want to sit here and fussy cut our lives away. So we may use that. Okay, let's take a look here. So we have Fairy Woods, Magical Butterflies. We have 2 file folders. And 2 pieces. I don't know. We might use these little washi pieces like on journaling cards or something. So we'll cut those. This is going to be a fussy cut nightmare to cut these 2 little file folders out. So I don't know that I will cut them out. But we may use these labels. I don't know. This is just a label. Probably going to use it. I don't like this at all or that. So we're not going to use either one of those. And then I have these. I really like her. Not so fond of everybody else. But they don't exactly work. So I'm probably going to save those for the other journal. So I'm going to get... Oh, and then there was this, and I don't like any of this. So there's this green thing down here, and then it says Fairy Wood in letters. I don't see where I could use that. And then there's this, which is kind of cute. I mean, it's a guy walking with a girl, but she's got fairy wings. But, not my cup. So these we're going to put away. The Book of Knowledge. That's one of Amy's favorites. Every now and then we find like 1 or 2, All right, so we have all of these pieces that we may or may not use. So I'm going to put these in. Let's get the box down. What do we have here? Okay. Okay. This. Hold on. Stuff all stuck together here. Okay. Put that back up. All righty. Get this open. Get these pieces in because these are the, we're not sure you pieces. What else? That one. Okay. So let's get our book. Ooh, yes, here we go. Okay. Look at that. We're moving on. Okay. So yesterday we did really good. We did we got our signatures together and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages done, which I think is pretty good. That's like a record for us, Yeah, if Amy and I find them, we find like 1 or 2, Wrap up my sandwich and get it put away. I'll finish it later. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get our washi tape out. Okay. And our little bin of hoo-hoo-moos. Blah, 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 stuff. Okay. So now on here we have 1, 2. This is where we have that big flip out, which can either be a flip out or we can turn it into a pocket. Either way. So we have to keep this stuff in mind while we are, working this page and the one underneath. So take them apart. I buy her them all the time whenever we see them. So she's got plenty. Okay, so we have to keep that. We have to keep these 2 elements in mind while we're working on this and this. So we need to figure this out. So I don't really like to do a whole lot on these, these tea-dyed papers because you can write on them. And so far we are kind of keeping this totally a writing journal when you think, about it, because we've got a lot of writing space here. Turn the page. You're going to have a big journal card plus writing space there. You've got all of that, all of this, all of this. So, we want to keep this a writing journal. Minimal embellishment, not big pieces. You know what I mean? Let's see. What shall we do? Oh, let's not forget we have our new flower stickers too. Okay. Let's see. Do we have anything that we want to say in here? That one's cute. Huh. Nope, not really seeing anything there I'm interested in. No, no, no. No, 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 no. It's the song of my people. No. All right. Let me take a look in here. Sometimes looking in my little bit box, or my little phrase box up here. Why is this so far back? I don't know. Sometimes it gives me a good inspiration. So let's take a look. I like those two. Speaking of these little bits and bots, I have a lot of these little bits and bots, by the way. Check it out. So when I was in the Goodwill getting pants for Bug the other day, I found this, and it just, it said Nina paper, and I like Nina, and it doesn't have any marking on it as to what it is. So I bought the thing because it was like $2, and I brought it home, and it's almost full. But it's not onion skin, but it's like something between onion skin and vellum, and you guys can see the lines. It's got these lines in it. So I think Amy and I both think that it's probably like for invitations, but I got a full box of it. For me though, this weight of paper is, it's what I print these on, like typewriter paper, that thin paper, so that it doesn't take up a lot of space in my journal. They're not bulky, So I got this huge box of this stuff. I mean, it's not huge. It's like a 1-inch box, but that's a lot of paper. Okay. So all right, so let's come back over here. That's what we're going to change that out for now. Not totally there yet, but we do still have this, and we're going to work on it. I think you're talking about the journal card. It's just a giant journal card. We had a recipe card in here that was the same size, but this is going to need a lot of work. So, because it's got a little fairy right here. It's really cute. So we're going to use this. We're just not going to use it right here. So we're going to put that in there for now. And we're going to cover this up. And then we're going to close this. And now we have this page to work with. So what shall we do here? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ah, there it is. All right. So we can go with a pocket here. I haven't done any of these. We should probably get a bunch of these cut out, don't you think? I think so. All right. Because we use them, you know? So let me get this out of the way real quick. Not like out of the way, but, you know, move it so it doesn't get hurt, injured, damaged, destroyed. All right. And this. And these. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. And we might even do some of those. Probably not, but we got them, you know? Okay. I don't think I really want to do any of these. This is just way too big. And this, you know what I don't like about this one? This. It looks like it's out of place because these are much bigger. And so I would rather recreate this. Like, I use this occasionally, but I would rather recreate this by just cutting a square of paper and then using my slot dies. All right, so I'm going to put those back in there. Put that off to the side. And we'll cut some of these, you know. So let's see. What do we got here? What do we get? What do we get? That one. That'll definitely fit on there. And I need some 110 Nina. Okay. I don't know that these will fit on the little one. Okay, so these will not fit on the little cutter. So I'm going to have to get the big one. Cut that. And then that on top. I think that'll be cool. I think that'll be good right there. And we'll cut this out of. Then we can cut these. We should be able to get 2 of that out of there. Those. I think they would be quite nice if we took them out of this texture paper. So Yeah, so yesterday, I got a call from Alex while we were out too. Um, Shay got bit by a dog. She got attacked in the park, and the delightful excuse for a human being who owned the dog grabbed the dog and took off. Um, Mumbled something about, sorry, the dog can be aggressive, and ran off. So my granddaughter has a nice hole in her leg. But you know what? I'm going to give that kid some props. I think growing up with me has done a number on her because um, she immediately called her mother. But before she made that phone call, she took the time to take her sock because she was skating, and she took her skate off, and she had those big long socks, and she took her sock and she wrapped her sock around it and pulled it tight to put pressure on it. And then she called her mother. Now, luckily, Brittany's mom works like right across the street from where Shayla got bit. So Alex called her because Alex was on the other side of town. And if you've ever been to Vegas, the other side of town is a 40-minute drive. Because in Vegas, you're never on the other side of town. You're always diagonally on the other side of town. But we live up here on, like the southeast. And Alex was down in, we live up in the northeast. And, well, Alex lives up in the northeast. And she was down in the southwest. So, and of course, traffic. So she put pressure on the wound. She called her mom. Her mom called Ashley, Brittany's mom, and Brittany's mom, thankfully, can come and go as she pleases because she manages a grooming salon and for dogs, and because she's actually a certified trainer for service dogs. She trains Malwas and she works with Gigi sometimes too when Ginger needs to learn a new skill, or well, she doesn't anymore because Ginger's retired, but she's helping with Ozzy. And yeah, she ran over and she grabbed up Shay and took Shay to urgent care and told urgent care that mom was on the way, and got mom on the phone, and mom said, go ahead and of course Shaylee's like, yeah, it's my aunt. And so they couldn't put stitches in it because it wasn't like a tear, it was a puncture. And to her credit, Shelly beat the crap out of the dog. Like, as soon as she felt it grab onto her, she balled up her fist and whacked that dog in the face, which made it yelp and let go. And not that I'm an advocate of hitting animals, but at that point, what do you do? And this was a German Shepherd. And if you guys have ever seen Shaylee soaking wet, I think she might weigh 95 pounds. She's 15 years old. She's still shorter than Amy. And in adult sizes, she wears a size 000. That's how tiny this kid is. She is a waif. A waif. There is nothing to her. And I will almost guarantee you if it was a full-size German Shepherd, it outweighed her. But they got her there and they said, really not worried about rabies, because in today's day and age, most dogs, even wild dogs, don't have it because they've pretty much over-vaccinated. And so most dogs don't carry that anymore. And Alex is like, look, I know she stands a better chance of getting rabies from a squirrel or a raccoon than she does a dog. They did fill out a police report. And it happened at one of the parks that's kind of a gray area. Is it a city park or a state park? City, state, city, state, city, state. They don't know. That's kind of the thing. So they have joint jurisdiction. So they made a police report to the officer who's assigned to the park, because there is an officer assigned to the park. So they made a report to him. And they filed a regular police report. And the thing is in North Las Vegas is a one and done. If a dog bites, they get put down. Unless, the dog is provoked. That wasn't the case here. Oh, Francis, I'm so sorry, honey. So her leg is bruised. That was going to happen because she's pasty pale white. I mean, she makes Amy look like she's got a tan. She's bruised. She's sore. She has a puncture hole in her leg. You need to go outside. And then, some minor like scratching. But apparently she went to the park to skate. She loves skateboards and roller skates and stuff. She doesn't like inline. She likes old style skates, 4 wheels. And so she went over there to meet up with a group of her friends. And nobody was at the skate park that she knew. So she decided she was going to go over to right next to it is the tennis courts, and they're gated. And so she figured she'd go in there because a lot of the kids go in there and they practice tricks because it's flat and it's a good surface. And so she opened up the gate and she went into the tennis area. And as soon as she went in, she felt something. So she turned and the dog was charging her. And the woman went running over there. And she's like, I can't take him in the dog park. He's too aggressive. And grabbed him and goes, sorry, and booked it. And left Shaylee on the ground crying with a dog bite. Really better hope I don't see her. So, yeah. That was my yesterday. All right. So, these things are all going to have to be die cut. So let me get the machine. I have the machine, but I don't want to use that. Yeah, I don't understand. You know, if you have a dog and you know that dog is aggressive, why are you out in public with it? Why do you let it leave your controlled environment? Now, it is illegal in this state to put a dog on a leash and chain them up in a yard, but you have to have them on a leash in public. The only exception to that is if you're at the dog park, you can take the leash off the dog, but you're not supposed to have that dog if it has vicious propensity at the dog park to begin with, because it'll start fights. But you're certainly not supposed to take a dog that's vicious and go on the tennis courts, which have, 10-foot high gates and screening around them. And let a vicious dog off the line. What if, what if some kids, some high school kids or junior high school kids or even younger kids, because that is one of those parks where they have all of those like weekend classes and stuff. What if some small child who didn't have 3 dogs of her own, was not around service animals, and that's the other thing, this dog had on a freaking vest that said service dog, which really irritates me and a lot of other people, because service animals are not aggressive. They're not allowed to be aggressive. The only time they're allowed to be aggressive is if their handler is in danger. And it's not like attack aggression. It's more like being firm. Oh, Francis, I'd be putting up some cameras. Yeah, actually, if you go on Amazon, you can buy them for like $20. And this, good for you. You know what I would do though, Francis? I would load it with rock salt. I would shoot their asses with rock salt. Get like a squirrel gun, shoot them with rock salt. It'll hurt. It can be washed out, but it'll leave marks, and then you'll know which dogs they are. Just saying. I've been shot in the butt with rock salt. It's painful, but it doesn't, like, it's not permanent. Okay. I used to climb in the apple orchard where I wasn't supposed to be when I was a kid. But yeah, and then I see this thing on, they're constantly advertising this, get your dog certified as a companion animal so you can take your dog with you anywhere you go.
What?
No. Companion animals are not, and I repeat, companion animals are not covered by the ADA. This has become a very gray area as of late. If you have a dog, and by the way, companion animal, no, there are only 2 animals on the planet that can be certified as service animals: dogs and horses. That's it. Not cats, not your parrot, not your pet rat, not a goat, guinea pig, potbelly pig, none of that. Under the ADA, 2 animals: dogs horses. And they have to meet certain criteria. But, this is why having a service animal has become so much more difficult for people that need them. They have to serve a legitimate purpose. So they see for their blind handlers. They hear for their deaf handlers. They respond to the change in electromagnetic field in their seizure handlers. They provide assistance to their mobility limited handlers for things like getting upstairs, standing, or sitting down safely. They retrieve things for their wheelchair-bound handlers. They have very specific reasons. I see these ads. Oh, we'll get you, give us $100. We'll get you in charge. We'll get you in touch with a vet that we have in our pocket. That we give him $50 every time he does this. So he does it all the time. And he'll certify that this is your companion animal and that you need this animal. No. A companion animal under the ADA is specifically, it's a new type of service dog, but it's designed for people that have like PTSD. And the dog is almost acts overly needy. But like I was in a restaurant. I stopped to pick up some dinner for the house, and we're in the restaurant, and this guy walks in, and he's got this dog with a vest on it that says service dog, and the very first thing the dog does is jumps up on every table to smell the food. No. That's not a properly trained dog. Just not. So, yeah. So, I'm not happy right now. Can we tell? Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to be going over to Craig Ranch Park this weekend. I am. If I see a woman that matches that description, matter of fact, I'm going to be going to all the parks in the area that have dog parks and that have gated areas, because I'm guaranteeing you this woman is frequent at parks in the area. And if I see her there, a woman that fits the description with a German Shepherd that seems aggressive, we're going to have an issue. Because with me, guilty until proven innocent. All right. So I'm going to get the cutter. Let's get these cut. All right. No cutter shaming. We all know I have a crappy cutter. It's not a crappy cutter. It's just really old. Okay. Oh, look, I finally cracked a plate. I noticed that the other day. All right. cut these little pieces first. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Because I got to cut the big pieces of paper down. Luckily, Shay's in a special school right now. She's in an advanced school. Not advanced, I don't think it's the right word for it. Accelerated. She's in an accelerated program, so she can graduate a year early. So she schools at home. And she only goes to campus 1 day a week. Okay. Let's see how we did. 1, 2. I do like those. They're so cute. Okay, got one of those. Second one. Get rid of that. Got one of those. Yeah, you could just buy a service dog vest. Just go on Amazon. You can buy the vest. You can buy a collar. You can buy the harness. Used to be that all that stuff had to be obtained from, certified facilities that were certified in training those dogs. Now you can just pick them up off Amazon. How sad. Okay, so I'm going to cut one of these, but I'm not going to cut this until I back it. So I just want to make sure that I got it, So I'm going to take this off because we're just cutting this. Because I already cut one in this, and I need 2 for the pocket. Okay, so we get 2 of those and 2 of those, and we got a couple of those, and now we need to cut some bases. Well, the world has gone wackadoo. All right, let's see what we got here. This, these. I need one more. Oh my God, I saw something the other day on Facebook. Guys, I got to tell you. So I was watching, I was going through my Facebook and I saw this thing and I was like, are you kidding me? Like my brain just went to, I don't know if I like the white on that. I may change the color on this to something else. I may not like that color. All right, we have that one. That's good. Okay. And then we have our little tags. So I'll have to cut more of these later, but I got enough to get started. So little tags. So I'm going to set this stuff off to the side for the moment. Get these out of here. Go over there. Everybody go over there. So I have to tell you. So I was scrolling through my Facebook, and I don't know who posted it, but somebody posted what I just thought was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. So we'll just use a little piece of this for the. So in the video, they show like a book cover, you know, like the chipboard for the book. And then they have like the paper and they glue it down and they have the paper like underneath. And I'm like, okay. But I'll show you. Okay, so like this, your little book cover, you know? And they're going to cover it with this piece of paper. And I was like, okay, so far so good. So they have the piece of paper like this. And they're like perfect mitered corners. And then they have this device that sits over the corner and has a line on it. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself going, let me see. We'll use a pen. Let me glue this down. Just for giggles. Would you look at that? Perfect mitered corners. Why? Why would you pay for this thing? Why would anybody pay for this thing? Bye, Michelle. You know, I'm like, why? Perfectly mitered corners with a ruler. Imagine that. Anyway, yeah, I'm just saying, I think we're getting a little carried away with like tools, you know? I think we're getting a little bit out there with tools. Just use what you got, man. But yeah, I was like, it was an ad for a tool, and I was like, okay, let me see what we got. Oh, cutting a corner off. Really? Okay. Bonnie, where are you there? There you are, my dear. Okay. All right. So we need to ink this before I glue it down. See? Brain not work all the time. I have 3 pregnant fish. 4, maybe? We're not sure about the 4th one. Could just be a fat fish. All right, so I'm not sure about this one, so I'm not going to glue this one down. Okie dokie. All right, so we got nothing done today except cutting some stuff out and making some pieces. But we got 5 pages yesterday. All right, so I'm going to finish cutting these out today, and we'll be ready to get started tomorrow. We're just, we're going slow. What can I say? I'm going to get these all cut out and glued up and all of that happy hoo-ha-ha. I'm going to pull some ink too, because I don't really think that I like the using the orangey colored ink on this. Like, I think it'll be okay on the second book, but I don't like it on this one. So I'm going to pull maybe some colored ink for this and see if I like that better. And, get those done. And in the meantime, I'm going to cut out some more pockets and things and get all that ready for tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, so we got nothing done today. Not really. And yet we did. But, I'm going to go spend a few minutes with the hub. And let's see. That's it. Yeah, I'm going to go spend a few minutes with the hub. And then I'll get stuff done. And I've got, things to do for tomorrow too. So, I still have some pieces that I need to get printed and cut. So I'll try to get all that done. And then tomorrow we'll be like, dive in. We're there. Okay. The way I look at it, we're still a page ahead. 2 days, and we've got 5 pages. So, we usually do 2 pages a day average. So, we're at 5. We're 2.5 days. We've only been at this for 2 days. Francis says hi, Hubber.
Hey, Francis.
All right, that's it, guys. That's all I have. I'm going to go spend a few minutes with the hub, give him a kiss, give him a little snuggle and a hug, because I like the guy. What can I say? Till the next time, ladies, stay well. Bye-bye.